Hello and welcome to the ExtenData TotalCare webinar. Today's webinar is sponsored by Motorola and Zebra Technologies. Today's presenters are Fernanda Jacques and myself, Georgia Brown. Our agenda for today is the ExtenData story, why ExtenData created TotalCare, what is TotalCare, the team, the ExtenData support portal, and TotalCare customers. So this graphic illustrates the ExtenData story. ExtenData improves productivity and profitability by tracking inventory, assets, people, and transactions at critical points in the supply chain. At the bottom, you can see that we've illustrated the ExtenData house. And much like a house, ExtenData has walls, windows, roof, door, and foundation. Specifically, we're going to be speaking about what we consider the door. By opening the door to ExtenData's professional and managed services team, your business objectives, mobile workforce operations, information needs, and support requirements are addressed with complete solutions that exceed expectations. So this is where TotalCare comes into play for ExtenData. To explain TotalCare, Fernanda will take it away.
Thank you, Georgia, for that introduction. This is Fernanda, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys this afternoon. I am responsible for the product development and professional services group here at ExtenData. And, you know, over the past many years, we've really developed a really good appreciation for many of our customers, and we know that their mobile workers are critical to creating revenues for their own companies. And, you know, during that process, we've heard many of their challenges, such as the ones that you see here on this slide. You know, it's definitely one important initiative to train and deploy a solution within your organization, and yet it's also another very important imperative to keep those solutions running and going at all times. So, you know, that answers the first two challenges that you see here on the slide of, you know, we know what we want, but, you know, who's going to help us keep that going or even get it going, as well as the who do we go for help the day after a mobile implementation. So, you know, one other very important challenge that, you know, comes back to why the ExtenData house that Georgia just spoke to about was built in a certain way is that a mobile supply chain solution consists not just of hardware, but also software and applications and networks. And, you know, when a problem arises, where do you go, you know, to troubleshoot? So how will your IT staff, you know, manage and support those mobile computers, printers, and wireless networks? So the TotalCare managed services that we're going to be speaking about today was designed to remove that finger pointing and to quickly get to the bottom, you know, of the problem. So, like I mentioned before, really, ExtenData, we've grown to appreciate this dilemma because we've heard from our customers on many examples such as these, and that's why we have built the TotalCare program to go after those challenges. So really, what is TotalCare? It really is just a comprehensive suite of managed services. And those four that I have listed here on the screen, I'll give you a little highlight of each. But on the hot spares program front, it's really a management for a variety of different devices, for handhelds, printers, accessories. It's a program to have hot spare devices ready to ship and use out in the field on an as-need basis. It includes provisioning of the device as well as potentially handling any repair logistics with the manufacturer. And we'll talk about some examples of those as we move through the presentation. The provisioning aspect of the TotalCare involves quite a few things. You know, it can start with the product acquisition, the fulfillment, DOA testing, as well as kitting and staging. So we do receive all of your product, of our customer products, you know, here at our offices and warehouse for product verification and testing of that hardware, We'll do kitting the units into groups that are logical if you want, the printers and the handheld, shipped together. We'll certainly do that, as well as battery charging and numbering and some of those types of tasks. We'll also load customers' applications and onto the devices and set operating system preferences or lockdown screens that are specific to a customer need. So those are all different examples of tasks that we can address under that provisioning umbrella. The wireless networks, we're taking care of not only activating the devices on various wireless wide area networks, and the last piece there on the right-hand side, the remote device management, is one that we're also very passionate about, but we're leveraging third-party tools that enables remote connection to the devices, to assist your mobile users with technical issues and troubleshooting and doing some of the remote provisioning and updates as well. So that's, in a nutshell, what the offerings are for TotalCare. So we know that the impact that every minute of downtime can have on a workforce, I should say, productivity, is really the bottom line, for profitability. And so keeping your mobile workers productive is definitely one of the key benefits that you will see from leveraging TotalCare. Our support technology is allowing us to really immediately take control of mobile devices and troubleshoot the problem. So if we can't fix it right away, we're going to deliver a fully functioning device to you, within 24 hours. We also know that sitting on hold with the manufacturer or support provider for troubleshooting those types of problems and or tracking equipment is not the best use of your time. So here at ExtenData, we are trying to simplify all of that as being that single point of contact for your mobility needs. So let us maximize the effectiveness of your mobile technology so that you can let your workforce focus on what it is that they do best. So simplify that mobility initiative. As far as the competitive business advantage goes, that third bullet, we know that status quo doesn't work in the business these days, and it certainly doesn't work for mobility. You have to be smart, you have to be faster and effective than your competition. So here, again, we're trying to leverage, innovation and that competitive business advantage through using those proven mobile technologies. That's really what we're in business for. We're trying to provide the best enterprise mobility solutions that evolve in the way that you do business. The total cost of ownership, it's really focused on, we know that the initial hardware and software purchases typically represent less than 30% of the total expenditure for any mobility initiative. And the hiring and the training, the extra support personnel can add up very, very quickly. So, TotalCare can really help save your business money that otherwise would be spent on internal help desk personnel or, storage space at your facilities for storing some of those spare devices, as well as, the time and the headache of just dealing with diverse technologies or different service providers. Those are some of the examples of things that ExtenData can take care of for you through the TotalCare solution. Okay, so next I'd like to introduce you and take this opportunity to give you a little bit of background to some of our key team members here at ExtenData who are focused on our managed services TotalCare solution. First, Mark Seibold, he's our managed services lead, and he truly does enjoy working with automation and brings a lot of experience with remote device management tools. And as you see here on his quote, it's fun for him to show customers, the ease in which the devices can be organized and provisioned remotely and so forth. Spends a lot of time training our customer base, with all of the knowledge that he has. And on the other side, we have Andrew Brown. He's our help desk lead, and he is likely to be that friendly voice who will answer your phone call when you are reaching out for support help desk for any help. He certainly, gets to see technology that makes people's lives easier. These are certainly just two examples of the team members that you would be exposed to and that customers work with day in and day out. So, the main driving point here behind this one slide titled productivity here that I'd like to get across is really trying to convey some of the metrics that we use to measure our productivity in a full-time equivalent or an FTE metric. Just to give you an idea that, for any given full-time equivalent employee, we are actually handling and managing in excess over 3,000 devices per month. So if I were to average that in number of cases or inquiries that are coming in to our help desk, whether that be via phone, email, or web, that's about 55 cases that, again, a full-time equivalent employee is handling from our group. If you think about that, it triggers the question of, how well are our customers doing, per person within their IT help desk for the area of mobility deployments, or how can ExtenData also help, replace and augment some of that. Some of the examples that I'm showing here as far as the types of inquiries that we're handling, a fairly good percentage, almost half at 48%, are part of our hot spares management program, in that we spoke about replacing those devices that need repair within the 24 hours. We've got a good 28% that are related to the remote device management and helping update those devices remotely, or helping troubleshoot those remotely as well. On the lower end, on the help desk side at 15%, various types of inquiries coming in, anything from help with pairing a printer to a handheld via Bluetooth to just RFI type of questions as well. And then there's still a good 9% of inquiries that are related to specific deployments that we are available for helping through those deployments as well. One of the tools that we not only use internally within our group to track and help support our customers within the TotalCare solution, but also a tool that is available for all of our customers as part of the program, is this support portal that you see a screenshot here that allows you to submit new tickets via the web, and then also monitor their status and view history for any of those inquiries as well. So it's a powerful tool for communication. It's a powerful tool for reporting, so that you have that ease of access there to identify statuses of open issues and or location of specific devices and so forth. So one of the last items on the agenda that I know I wanted to cover is talk through some customer examples that will help you get a better idea about some of the services and how they're being utilized and how they may and will benefit you. So starting with Dyno Nobel, they are a leading supplier of industrial explosives and blasting services, primarily to mining and construction sites, as well as others as well. And as you see here on the slide, they are certainly leveraging quite a few of our offerings. On the hot spares program, we are handling not just, again, the handhelds, but also printers, raw pallets, cradles, and chargers. Throughout many different international locations. As a matter of fact, we have quite a few remote mining sites out in Canada that we are, shipping and getting hot spare devices out to as well. We are currently handling in the hot spares management pool for them over 1,300 devices, of which about 150 of those are physically located at our warehouses here for replacement out there. We typically try to keep about 10% of the devices here in a hot spares pool. But on the device management front, they do leverage some or use some other third-party software programs, and we provision those into packages for them so that they can do easy deployments and have automatic installations of that software and settings out there to their customers. And the handheld lockdown screen is one of the big features too that Dyno and many other customers are leveraging that we can take control of via our device management software. And for the help desk aspect of it, not only do we do that remote control troubleshooting, but we are also first-line support for them, and we are their primary liaison with their internal help desk that are in contact with us for continued support. One tool that we are using specifically for Dyno, and we've talked a lot about remote device management tools, and there are certainly many that we do use in support. The one example here that Dyno is utilizing is actually SODI Mobi Control. A couple of the screenshots, starting with the one on the bottom left, which is showing their remote control screen, is just giving us a view of, the File Explorer for that specific device that we're looking at, and it gives us the ability to view and control that specific screen that we see here, the truckloads on the device. We can reboot it remotely and so forth. And the second screenshot on the right-hand side, it's just giving you a little bit of visibility into their device grouping features that they have by geographical locations or by device type. There's many different criteria that you can use, as well as see a list of all your devices and their statuses. So you see the blue and the green, in kind of black status there, showing us if the devices are online or not, battery information, IP addresses, and all other good stuff, as well as the GPS location. You can see here on the map specifically where that device is physically located through using that remote device management tool. And the second and the last customer example that I wanted to share with you today is Ball Corporation. Ball is a manufacturer of cans, plastics, and metal containers, primarily for the food and beverage, but other industries as well. We currently support over 40 different locations in the United States and providing that same-day shipping of pre-configured devices for them through the Hot Spares program, which is the primary services that we are providing for them. They also are leveraging our portal online tool to conveniently submit those hot spare requests and also run monthly and quarterly reports from that data that is gathering through that web portal that you just saw a screenshot a few slides ago. In their hot spares pools, we're about averaging over 450 devices today, and as well as, let's see, their RMA process is another thing that we are managing for them, in that we manage the RMA process back to the device manufacturer and or the repair facility. So we established a really good relationship with many vendors, in this case with Ball, with Honeywell, LXE, as well as Data Logic, that we leverage as our liaisons to provide enhanced services and experiences for our customers. So we know how to get resolution for you. And one of the quotes that I thought would be a good way to wrap up and summarize here the presentation that we received from Ron Valdez here is that having ExtenData TotalCare manage our mobility has saved us the equivalent of a full-time person. Not to mention they handle all of the things that we don't want to deal with.
Thank you, Fernanda. Once again, I'd like to tell everybody that this webinar was sponsored by our partners, Motorola and Zebra Technologies. If you would like more information about ExtenData's TotalCare, you can contact our info@extendata.com address, or if you are an existing customer and have support needs, feel free to contact us at support@extendata.com. Thank you again for your attendance, and we hope you have a great day.